Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Okay, what do we have for you on today's episode? We have for you one clip to watch. It is from the YouTube channel, left-wing channel, The Young Turks. I'm sure you know who they are. This is Anna Kasparian. I'm pretty sure you might know who she is. Now, there's been a lot of chatter lately about her potential red pilling. To some extent, I agree with that. I don't think she will swallow the red pill. I think she's got it stuck in her throat, especially while she's under the thumb of Cenk Uygur, which, by the way, I'm going to get into because you can see how they have this kind of, in my opinion, this kind of dynamic between them, where she needs to check her own opinions against Cenk's, almost as if she needs to ask his permission to speak or to opine on certain things, or what her opinion should be. Okay, and that's an interesting dynamic. So in this clip, they are discussing libs of TikTok and the effects that her uploads have had. This is libs of TikTok on the culture war. Now it's interesting, I'm showing you this because the argument they're trying to make is that, and you'll often see this with the left, yeah, but this is beautifully put by them. The argument is that the things that she is exposing are bad, but she shouldn't be exposing them, right? That's the argument they're trying to make. In other words, shoot the messenger. Yeah, the left love that. They're all about that. You're not supposed to notice things. You're not supposed to notice patterns. You're not supposed to ask questions. You're not supposed to notice what's happening to your country, your civilization, your history, your traditions, your way of life. Yeah, your civilization, your Western civilization. You're supposed to just shut up. And that's that. So let's get into the video. If you haven't yet though, please like the video, subscribe to the Hoggcast and hit the notification bell if you find this video informative. Okay, let's go. Okay, so let's hear what she's got to say.
The other threats in more than 24 cases. I want to just give you a quick example and then we can open it up for discussion. So one of the more recent posts, she went after a teacher at Pulaski.
Sorry to interrupt so quickly. I just want to very quickly state, keep an eye out for this. The way that Anna Kasparian phrases it, she'll use the word targeted a lot. Go after, targeted. She's doing that to try to subconsciously project into you the idea that the creator of libs of TikTok is in the wrong. Yeah, she's targeting. She's going after. Yeah.
High school in Wisconsin. This is what she posted on X. So we blurred out the images of the teacher in question. But drag queen teacher allegedly told students to search his drag profiles where they were subjected to graphic sexual content. Full story here. So Bryce Thomas Van Reed is the special education teacher that she targeted there.
That's another thing, special education. So we're talking people with autism. Have you noticed that the woke left have suddenly started claiming that gender itself is on a spectrum? This is my opinion, yeah. I believe that they're saying that as a way to cover themselves because with a lot of reports are that I don't know the percentage, but a lot of people who claim to be a different gender are autistic. They're on the spectrum, yeah. So now you get these people who are essentially acting as a Pied Piper, luring children into essentially doing irreversible damage to their bodies as well as their minds and of course their spirit. It's a way for them to cover themselves, right? Because if these people are on a spectrum, then if we say that gender's on a spectrum, then we can kind of merge the two together, yeah? But have you noticed it's a special needs teacher, right? In other words, vulnerable. Do you understand? Right?
a teacher that she's not a teacher, I'm sorry, a parent that she spoke to for her post was concerned, and that parent claimed that this educator had directed the students to his social media posts. I don't know, Shane.
So here's the first part where like she's got an opinion. Yeah, she has. And I think deep down she knows that the side that she's on, the woke left, they've gone too far across a lot of fields, a lot of subjects, a lot of topics. They've gone too far, right? And they lose people all the time, right? The left do. And look, in my opinion, her face, she has an opinion, but she's going to check it against Cenk Uygur, whose voice I cannot stand, by the way. But you see what I mean?
I don't think you should be posting this kind of stuff on social media. If you're going to have a public social media profile and you're going to have it accessible to your students, it's probably a bad idea to post this kind of stuff. Like, am I being crazy for saying that?
See what I mean? Am I being crazy for saying that? Well, if you're a leftist, maybe, right? It just goes to show you how far the left have moved away from the centre, the common sense.
Well, look, so it's one thing to say, as an administrator of the school, let's try to minimize that, okay? Let's take that down.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Cenk? He wants to diminish that. He doesn't want you to know that this person is an administrator at the school, is someone who is around vulnerable kids. Doesn't want you to know that.
Etc. It's another thing to do with Rychik and Matt Walsh and people like that do.
Fearmonger about it. Yeah.
Like, oh my.
It's not fear mongering, right? You know, there are things in life that don't deserve to be respected, okay? And an adult man who says he's a woman, who works with special needs children, who is encouraging those special needs children, who, by the way, also happen to be his pupils at school, to go to his social media accounts, which have pictures of him in scantily clad women's clothes, okay, that isn't something that should be respected in a society, we say modern society, it's modern society that's probably given us that, but in a just society, okay?
My God, well, this is going to do damaging your kids, etc. When they talk about the hospitals, they talk about how they're chopping kids up.
They are.
What do you think people are going to do when they think that kids are being chopped up inside the hospitals?
They will try and stop it, right? See, do you see what I mean, right? The left they don't have an issue with the primary problem, the cause. They want the cause without the effect, yeah? They want to be able to do all of these things to transition, as if that's even a real thing, a young boy into a young girl, okay? They want that cause without the effect, which is parents being outraged, right?
Yeah, they're going to do extreme things, especially a lot of people in those audiences are not mentally well. And so, look, guys, one or two random acts of violence, there's nothing that people can do about it. So anybody can watch CNN and decide that they're going to get enraged by what Anderson Cooper said, or because of something Anderson Cooper said, and then go do acts of violence. That's not on Anderson Cooper. He didn't mean that. He didn't encourage that, etc. And it's random. I'm not saying that it's happened. I'm just using it as an example. But when it happens 14 times, 25 times, 33 times,
yeah, so
you should be deeply, deeply concerned that it's a pattern that you're.
So the argument he's making here is that you should be deeply concerned that people have repeatedly tried to stop people doing this to some of society's most vulnerable people, innocent people, children even. You should be concerned that they're trying to stop that from happening, right? But you shouldn't be concerned that it is happening. Now, this is what I mean about Anna Kasparian. Unless she's an extremely good actor, yeah, in my opinion, she will always have the red pill stuck in her throat. She will never swallow it, ever, in my opinion. She might even hack it back up, right? Because even though she knows that a lot of what her own side are pushing is evil, she'll never make that step. It's like a plantation, isn't it? Right? Because she still adheres to that tenet, that central tenet of leftism, where you want the cause without the effect, right? You want to be a socialist, but with the caveat of being in a capitalist country. Yeah? You want the cause without the effect, right?
Appear to be creating. Does she look deeply concerned? She looks so proud that they're basically, hey, I made it into the papers as a person who's encouraging bomb threats.
As if she's encouraging that. It's just a ridiculous smear, isn't it?
Yes! I mean, what is that smile about? You want to get angry at the piece and say, hey, it's not fair? No problem, I get it. But when you seem like you're the happiest person alive that they wrote this piece, because now you're a little bit more famous, let's keep it real. That's what you're interested in.
Yeah, so
that's what you want. That's why you're smiling so much. Then that's another thing.
Do you reckon on some level she was also fed up with his voice? Look at his face, like. Look. And look at her. So I think she might be a very good actor, because his voice irritates. And I know that I've got quite a nasally voice. I know that I've got, like, my mouth moves differently to most people and I sound different. But I'd rather sound like me than him, yeah? No matter how bad things are, at least I don't sound like Cenk Uygur, right? And I don't know why she changed her nose either, because I'll tell you something else, yeah? Slavic women are actually very beautiful, right? Some of the most beautiful women you'll ever see, yeah? But she changed her Slavic nose, because you know Slavic women, their nose is kind of like that, a little bit. I know it probably makes them sound ugly, but I promise you they're not, right? They're really not. And she changed it. She changed her nose transitioned from the Slavic race to the Saxon race.
So sick of this story. Okay, so that school that educator worked at got bomb threats soon after she targeted that educator. And look, I agree.
See, she said targeted again. She probably, because leftists often do this. They will send hate to themselves. They hoax it, in other words, to try to project this idea that they're getting targeted, as Miss Kasparian likes to say.
Like, I just think that it is unprofessional to post pictures like that on social media. Like, just don't do it. Like,
okay, but
keep it to yourself, or keep it in a private forum where you.
Look, and he's trying to step in now because he thinks she's going over the boundary. They're just complete degenerates, really.
When other adults are enjoying that kind, like, I have no problem with it among consenting adults. It's totally fine. But obviously, like, yeah, you're gonna get targeted. Like,
no, not targeted. No, you're
gonna get targeted by people like Raychick, and I'm not saying that
someone like Raychick. Oh, yeah, you could do far worse than her, I think.
What that then leads to, which is bomb threats and stuff like that, is justified. I'm not saying that at all, but like, I don't know.
So she doesn't know what to say. She doesn't know what she's supposed to say, because that's the thing with the left. They have to stay on a narrative. You cannot stray past it, either side.
I don't know how to say this without people automatically assuming that I'm blaming the victims here. But like, bounds of reason, man. Maybe like, if you're an educator for young kids, don't post your GIMP photos on social media. Is that?
Wow, she's finally there, yeah? And look, she immediately asks Cenk if that opinion is okay.
Crazy? Am I asking for too much?
No, I get it, Anna. And so I got young kids, they're around middle school, right? And so if one of the teachers was posting their nut sack on social media publicly, I'd be like, brother, let's bring that all the way down, right? Like, I'm not saying you should be fired or anything like that, but the kids are gonna talk, they're gonna find it. It's a little bit outside the bounds of reason.
What, and you would be okay with that? Do you see what I would really hate, right, to be his kid. Yeah, to grow up in that environment.
Scale of 1 to 100, I got that concern at 2, 5. I mean, I don't think it's going to get past 11 out of 100, right? A bomb threat to this school.
There was no bomb threat to the school. You are talking out of your rear end, like you normally do, Cenk, right? I just can't stick the guy's voice, yeah. Anyway, look, that's the end of the clip. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.